Good afternoon, Colin here with Techout, and today we're going to be taking a look at this 5,000 milliamp hour Baseus PicoGo. This is the AM41 model, ultra slim magnetic power bank. I picked this up on Amazon. It was like 33% off. Came out to like $24.99. I picked this up with the Nomos 5-in-1 charger that I unboxed in another video. Just picked this up because I have my iPhone 16 Pro Max running the beta, and it is absolutely just sucking the battery life down. So I figured something like this would be nice to have on hand. Just a nice thin one. I don't need to, I don't need to extend the battery. A big giant 10,000 milliamp hour one, something like that. But this is the ultra thin one, so it doesn't take up too much space. I was using a Mophie case, which I'll get into. I'll do a review on that because I actually have some things to say about that. If I can get into this thing, I wish they would just put pull tabs in here. I don't know why companies have to make this difficult with all this tape and stuff. But it was 25 bucks. I don't need to save the box or anything. I need to keep a pair of scissors over here. Jeez. Not very impressive packaging. Like I said, ease of opening on these things. I don't know why they have to make it so difficult, but we've got the power bank here itself, and wow, that is really thin and light. So I will give them that. You can add this to the back of your phone, which we'll do here in a second, without adding too much bulk. Is there a button on here somewhere to check the battery status? Okay, there it is. So there's that, and then there are the battery status lights right there. It looks like we have there's 5 lights, I think, but four light up for battery status. I don't know if you can see them glowing right there, but one is probably a charge indicator. And then it does also include a USB-C cable, which for the price is pretty good. Nothing fancy, but it is a braided cable, and it's just a nice short cable. I'll probably actually use this with the power station or the dock I just got because I don't need something super long for charging stuff like this. We're going to go ahead and test this out here. We do have my iPhone 16 Pro Max here, and it is running iOS 26 Beta 1, so we will be able to see the charge times on here. So we're going to use that as an indicator here on how fast we're charging. So we're just going to snap it on. Right there. And do we have to nope, we don't have to turn it on. There we go. It is charging. And we should see some times pop up. So okay. So for 60 to 80%, 20% there, we have 49 minutes. So not extremely fast, but that seems about right for about 15 watts. So not bad. And then it's going to take over 2 hours to get between 80 and 100%, or sorry, between 60 and 100%. But that is to be expected. The phone does slow down charging after 80%, so it will be a slow charge after that. So there is that on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. I also do have my Galaxy S25 Ultra here with the Samsung case, the magnetic case. And as you can see here, it is, get a battery percentage on this one, 40%, and for a full charge, it's going to take 3 hours and 24 minutes. So again, not the fastest charging. This is probably not the best G2 right here alignment because it's not all the way down. The camera bump is protruding under it, and this case does not have the alignment ring or the alignment magnet, so it does not perfectly align with G2. But we do get a fast wireless charge. There we go. So see, that time it did align, and it has 1 hour and 55 minutes. So we are now Qi2 charging. But if you bump it over or it doesn't get positioned in the right spot, it charges slower. So that's just one thing to keep in mind if you're using third-party cases or something like that that might not have that alignment magnet. And then we'll go ahead and plug in here, take that and see, does this charge via USB-C or does it output via USB-C? And yes, it does. So you can use the USB-C port on this for devices that might not be capable of wireless charging. You can use that cable, plug in your headphones, or another small device. Obviously, you're not going to be charging a laptop or anything big or a tablet with this. It's only 5,000 milliamp hours, and it's only a max of 20 watts. Let's see. Can we charge 2 devices at once? and that is a no. So it does disable the wireless charging in favor of a wired charging device. Now, if we unplug this and put it back on our phone here, oops, actually I meant to unplug that, and we plug it into the power bank here, can we charge the power bank and the phone at the same time? And the phone is still charging, as you can see there. It looks like we are ever so slightly doing something. We are outputting 4 watts, so not very fast at all. I'm guessing what is going to happen here is we are at the 20 watt limit. So it's outputting 15 via the wireless charging, and then it's outputting 5 watts to this via the USB-C port. As you can see, we do have the charge indicator on, and they are blinking. So I'm guessing what happens here is when the phone is done charging, the battery bank itself will start charging. So it looks like it's going to be a pretty slow charge if you do decide to plug in the power bank while you're charging your device. But like I said, it looks like it does do it. Now, whether that's charging this battery right now or passing through the phone and only charging at 5 watts, I don't really know. So I'd recommend just charging your power bank separately and then having your device charged after that. So it looks like it is still charging the phone at the same speed though, because we do have 46 minutes until 80%, which is what we were seeing before. So not too bad. Like I said, for 25 bucks, you really can't beat that. It does come with that, like I said, that short little cable right here for charging, which is nice because you really don't need a long cable when you're using devices like this. So I do appreciate that. So that is the Baseus PicoGo AM41. This is the small one, the ultra thin one. They do have a couple different versions of it, and some 10,000 milliamp hour ones as well. But I didn't need all that. I just wanted something nice and small. So there we go. I will leave links in the description if you're interested in checking these out. I'm Colin with Techout. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and as always, have a good day.